EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold-out Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Kansas City Chiefs. The winner gets a trip to sunny Arizona for Super Bowl 57. The AFC title game is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Play action. Now Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Pickett.
He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. And Mike Tomlin going to roll up the sleeves here and say, let's go for it on 4th. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't he?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. In that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
From the gun, Pickett escaping the pressure right. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Najee Harris
there to make the grab. And the Steelers are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Chiefs, nothing. Chris Boswell will kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll try the right side with Jones. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That's caught left side by Hardman. 7 yards the pickup there.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at their 49-yard line.
2nd down and 3. To throw is Jackson. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 34-yard line. Now it's Jackson. Eluding the... And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. T.J. Watt in there to bury him for a loss of 11. 2nd and 21. A lot of ground to cover. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 16.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone, but unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. A first trip to the red zone for KC. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And the Chiefs are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Again, Jackson. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd down and goal. Jackson, touchdown. It's complete. Ronald Jones from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Butker is on target. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun. Pickett steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And got his man complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. That is pulled in by a diving Kelsey. Edwards-Helaire on the counter. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Jackson now. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 40. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down. Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. A check down here to Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. The give is to Jones. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this time they were waiting for him, as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Ronald Jones with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we'll see what they want to do. 45 seconds is all that remains until the break. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
Yeah, normally when you talk about tight ends, you immediately begin talking about them rumbling down the field. But to me, he was pretty well gliding downfield there. Very athletic for a big man, and he takes this one all the way to pay dirt.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 3rd down, Jackson. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation to kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
And he's got room. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
To throw on third down, Pickett. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big connection on that one. 39 yards. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On first down, Pickett dancing to his left. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield, and it's picked up by the Chiefs.
and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the third quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. Jackson from the shotgun.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to lead to a third down. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Chris Jones on the stop.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
To throw on second down. Pickett flush to his right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Back to throw. Pickett.
That swung out wide to Harris.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. 6 yards there on the keeper at second down.
An option handoff given to Harris.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Najee Harris.
His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Chiefs 21. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
They need a touchdown to tie it. Of course, they know full well they won't have too many more possessions, if any, in this championship game.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Throwing is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Miles Jack with a sack. Blitz came there from the inside, and there just wasn't much resistance.
No, not at all. That means that defensively, they timed it up perfectly and matched up perfectly. They drew all the blockers to the other guys, left a free runner.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off right around the 43. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On first down, it's Harris. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their